Thing money can't buy is your mama. She's for free and everybody knows it.
A 23-year-old Denise Huber had made plans to go out later that night. She was getting ready to attend a concert. Just before she was to leave, she popped in with her parents, Dennis and Ione Huber, to let them know she was on her way, and that they shouldn't worry.
She stuck her head in the door. We were watching television, and she just said, "I love you both, and don't worry about me," and she left.
That would be the last time they would see her alive. Her friend, Tammy Scriven, was out searching for Denise's car on her way home from work the following day. To her surprise, she sees Denise's blue Honda, standing on the side of the road, with her emergency lights flashing. She had gotten a flat tire.
Every time I would pass by a car, a blue-colored car or a Honda, I always looked to see if it was her car. And so I was looking at everything on my way home that evening. And then all of a sudden, I looked to the side of the road, and her car was right there. And I couldn't believe it.
Tammy heads for the car, hoping to see Denise. But she is soon disappointed. Denise is nowhere to be seen. She had disappeared without a trace. The police searched for days, but found no Denise Huber. And the case went cold. July 9th, 3 years after Denise's disappearance, Elaine and Jack Court pulls into the Prescott Country Club to buy paint supplies from a John Familaro. As the Courts conclude their business, they notice a Ryder truck standing in his driveway. It looked as if it had been standing for a while. The Courts decide to take down the truck's details, and plan to hand the information over to a police friend of theirs to check if it's reported stolen. And they get a hit. The truck is reported stolen. Deputy Joe DiGiacomo heads for Familaro's home. But he's not home. As he walks around the rear of the truck, he notices electrical cables running into the back of the truck.
I looked at the truck and I noticed from the back of the truck, which was locked with it's a batten lock. It's very small, but it's real secure. Running out from under this door where the lock is a red extension cord.
Leading Deputy DiGiacomo to believe that it was a floating meth lab. When the Ryder truck's door was opened, they noticed that the cable was powering a freezer that was hidden in the back. They eventually opened the freezer. And what they found shocked them. As they opened the freezer door, they see a black plastic bag.
There is quite a stench coming from this bag.
They begin to slice open the plastic bag. And what they found was a frozen human body.
Okay, we have an arm and a thigh. Hands are folded. They handcuffed.
Shortly afterwards, John Familaro pulls up at his home. He was immediately arrested. Police question Familaro about the discovery found in the back of the Ryder truck. But he chooses not to answer the police, instead asking for his attorney. The police had preceded the search of Familaro's home. His home was stacked with boxes. Police didn't know where to start.
Female underwear. Right now taking out a small black woman's bag. A pair of black high heel shoes with at least pumps should be noted also. At the bottom there are some kind of fibers.
After a while, they came across a female's wallet, with the driver's license and cards all belonging to a Denise Huber.
The Citibank card for Denise Huber. First interstate checks for Denise A. Huber. California driver's license for Denise Annette Huber.
Using the fingerprint, the body was positively identified as Denise Huber. She was struck on the head with a claw hammer 37 times.
In it is a wood handle claw hammer, and on the claw hammer section and the blunt side hammer section appears to be dry blood.
Her skull was totally crushed.
This was probably the most difficult blunt force trauma case I've ever done, and the reason for that is that her head literally was in hundreds of pieces.
The trial carried on for over a month. So on the 18th of June 1997, John Familaro was handed the death penalty, after he was found guilty of kidnapping, and of the murder of Denise Huber.
I hadn't given up, but when she was found, it was final. She was never going to come back. We were never going to be able to find her, and it was all over then.
Like, comment, subscribe.